Yo, what's going on, guys? It is JD here, back with another episode of the No Money Spent Road to Glory, and today we have got plenty to do, as we always have. So I've got loads of comments from yesterday's two videos. We're going to go through those as we go through one game of Triple Threat offline, because as you can see, I only need one more, not only to get the 30 tokens right there, but also one more game to get the 5,000 MT bonus from down here. So that's going to be a pretty lucrative game of Triple Threat for us. I'm also going to be going through the best team we can build for about 20k MT. I'll try to keep each player to around 2,000k. Oh my god, I've done it again. Well, if you watched either of yesterday's videos, I was saying like 2,000k for some reason. But yeah, for 2,000 MT or 20k MT in total. So yeah, I definitely think that's going to be a really nice team. So we'll put that together at the end of the video. We've also got a Diamond Consumables pack to open up today as well. We've got a couple of auctions to redeem. So yeah, plenty to get through as usual. So let's take a look at the limited time event today. So this is Christmas Eve as I'm recording this. It's about 11 in the morning for me, so the double attempts aren't there just yet, and I'm not going to be able to play any of these time zones, but it is literally continuous. So 1 PM through till 7 AM my time is all going to be double attempts. So hopefully that means tomorrow there'll be something, but to be honest, I don't really think many people are going to be playing on Christmas Day itself. If they can move that event to Boxing Day, that would be great, and hopefully we get the 2 times of the tokens on Triple Threat Online, because that would be ridiculous, and I really want to have that event, because I really want to actually go into Triple Threat Online and make a proper good go at getting a lot of tokens, which we could definitely do. Into the agenda today: domination, and unlimited, so nothing crazy. And then, as I've just shown, one game away from the single player Triple Threat. We are 25 away on online Triple Threat, which we will definitely actually get through. I'm actually really looking forward to getting that bonus 6,000 MT. And then we only need to do 5 more card Evos as well for a bonus 7,500 MT. So from all of these, we're getting close to 20,000 MT, which is not bad as a little bonus for doing things that we probably would have done anyway. I might not have done Triple Threat Online, so it's actually really good that this event happened, or that little challenge came up, because yeah, like I said, otherwise I probably wouldn't have done it. So Triple Threat Online, we have risen up to 339 wins. I played about 6 games since yesterday, I believe, and again the vault just keeps on opening. So it opened up 3 times, I think. We got 1 token twice, and we got a Diamond Consumables pack as well, which is mad. So already we have got 1 token, 10 tokens, and the Diamond Consumables pack. So the only 3 rewards we haven't got just yet, and we've only played like 10 games or something, are obviously the 2 players and then the 1,500 MT. So really, really good odds, it seems, to get this vault to open up, which is very, very good, obviously. And let's go ahead and take a look at this Diamond Consumables pack. So Diamond Contract or Shoe pack, of course. Hopefully it can be a 3-point shoe. And as I've mentioned before, everyone is getting a free Diamond Consumables pack tomorrow on Christmas Day itself. And we get a LeBron 16 PE. Okay, so it's a good shoe in terms of the fact that it has 5 boosts. It's a pretty good defensive shoe, to be honest. Block, defensive consistency, eye defensive, whatever that is, stamina and steal. So it's a very nice defensive shoe. Whether or not it actually sells for anything, I am not 100% sure on that one, but we'll go ahead and take a look. So it's obviously a Nike LeBron with the 5 boosts, so pretty good. So let's take a look. 16 PE is what we are looking for, and if I'm pronouncing that wrong, then I don't know how I am, but anyway, let's take a look. So LeBron's everywhere. LeBron 16 PE. Okay, there's one there for 40k. There's no way it's going to sell for that much. There we go, down to 28k already. Well, the other shoe we got yesterday sold for about 12k, so anything over that would be absolutely awesome. 22k there, 17k. It looks like a pretty common shoe, not gonna lie. It looks like everyone's pretty much got one of these stacked up. Down to 16k already. Like I said, anything over 10k I'll be happy with. Got another 18k there, so 16k is still the lowest we've seen so far. 16k again. Okay, so 15,000 MT we're going to get for this card, which is pretty damn nice. Not actually going to complain at all at that. We'll put them up for 14.9, because like I said, tomorrow these prices are going to absolutely crash. There's going to be such an influx of them on the market, and of course there's not going to be that many people with that much MT to actually stack them all up. Now, you might have seen this, Lucius Allen is here in the auction house. His Amethyst level card, trying to sell him off for 31,000 MT, and if we take a look at his price, at the time I put it up, it was the lowest, but no, my luck, we've been undercut, and we have. There's one there for 29 that's actually been up for an hour and hasn't sold either, so I don't think we're going to be getting much luck selling him. But if we just take a look at the Michael Cooper, which we of course sold earlier over the weekend for 31,000, he's down at 20k. His price has absolutely crashed. And even the Gail Goodrich that I did think about, obviously we thought about taking him up from Amethyst to Diamond. We managed to sell him for however much Actually, I think I've got to redeem him today, actually. But the diamond is selling for 40k. What is that? How is he that cheap? He was selling for like 90k the other day. I don't understand that. But there we go. We actually got 20k for our Gail Goodrich, which is actually really nice. I don't think we lost too much in terms of tax on him. We got really, really lucky selling him off. So yeah, hopefully we'll get 30-ish K for Lucius Allen. A couple of heat check cards that are on fire, both at 87 rated. Hopefully we'll fetch about 3,500 MT, and then 15k for the diamond shoes. That is really nice. So hopefully in our pack tomorrow we can get a 3-point shoe, and obviously I'm going to need to stack up on diamond contracts. We're going to need one for who do we need one for? The pink diamond Giannis. I'm going to buy one in advance for the Galaxy Opal Brandon Roy, who we will be getting at some point. And I'll probably buy another 2 or 3 as well, just for future, because we're always going to need diamond contracts. So we've come down to the Evo section. The only card I did actually buy back was, of course, a Lucius Allen. I bought him at the Emerald level and just Evo'd him up through Sapphire and then through Ruby, just because, of course, that's another 2 Evos onto that monthly agenda, which is pretty good. And yeah, I don't know, I don't think I'm going to take him up again, because 800 points, 300 assists, 20 steals. By the time I manage to get that done again, he'll probably be down at like 20k, which I guess isn't too bad. It's still 20k just for playing the game and using a player. But yeah, other than that, I don't actually have anyone in my club that I am looking to Evo at the moment. Like I said, Michael Cooper is literally bang on 20k at the moment, so chances are he's just going to keep on coming down. None of these guys I want to take any further. Dwight is close to his second Evo at the Amethyst level, but at this point in the game, I just don't think it's worth it. We come up here, there's no one really. Isaiah Thomas, of course, goes up to a Galaxy Opal, but takes like 10,000 points or something absolutely absurd. I don't know how they made that card so tough to do. So yeah, definitely not going to be taking him up. And then yeah, up here, these guys made a little bit of a start on Jamal Crawford, but even still, I do not think it is worth it at this point in the game to put 3,000 points into a card when we're getting like that Giannis just for doing the challenges. And obviously, we don't have to put 3,000 points into him to get him to a pink diamond. He just is a pink diamond. So yeah, some of these top level Evos I'm not too keen on. And sadly, in last week's or yesterday's Moments of the Week set, we didn't actually get any new Evos. They haven't actually put an Evo card in for quite some time now. I'm trying to think who was the last Evo we had. Not Jamal Murray. Anyone here, really? Tyler Hero. He was the last Evo card we had, and that was week 2. And that was literally like the only one we got. We had Josh Hart as well in Moments of the Week 1. So yeah, they've really stopped doing that, which is a shame. Now, I have gone ahead and picked up Jamal Murray since yesterday, 1,500 MT for him, which is an absolute disgrace. I cannot believe this card is that cheap. He is so good, and I'm really, really looking forward to trying him out. But yeah, 1,500 MT, an absolute must cop. These Amethysts, of course, are not selling for too much. Dennis Schroeder at like 5k. We've got Rudy Gobert, probably around the same, and again, Hassan Whiteside equally at the same price. So all 3 of those Amethysts really, really dirt cheap. And then in terms of the diamonds, in terms of price check on those guys, Spencer Dinwiddie coming in at about 40k by the looks of it. Jason Tatum, wow, look at that. Even he is like 70k. And then Kyle Lowry coming in at like 30k. Wow, that is really cheap, isn't it? That is actually so cheap, it's kind of tempting to lock in for 100 tokens. But, you know, it's probably not even worth it. So we have to pay out the 15k for the Amethysts. I don't know, actually, that's really, really dirt cheap. You're probably looking at paying about 150k for 100 tokens. And that's not actually that bad, but at this point in the game, I don't think there's any real need to go too hard on getting tokens. Obviously, we're nearly at, 2,000. We will be hitting over 1,800 today when we go through this W right here. And that you can see is the lineup that I've been running with. So literally just a Ruby Lucius Allen, because we were evoing him, a bronze card, and then Emerald Sean Bradley on the defensive end, who is an absolute god, I may add. Even at this stage of the game, that card is so much fun to run with, and he is just so good as well. Absolutely brilliant on the boards, and of course he gets so many blocks per game, so a really, really good card. Now, let's get on to some comments from yesterday's 2 videos. So we got one from Isaac, who says, I sniped Jason Tatum today for 47k, which is a very good price, and accidentally put a buy now of 100k instead of bid, so I lost like 60k. I feel smart. Well, if we just take a look at his price today, you actually did get very smart, because selling him off for 100k is a lot better than what you would have been selling him off for today. So you actually got a little bit lucky in your, obviously, like, lapse of judgment, putting him up for the wrong price. Obviously, originally he was selling for like 150 to 200k, but his price will soon come down, and it's not going to go back up, that is for for sure. He'll keep on coming down, especially with I don't know, actually, will he keep on coming down? He can't really go down too much further than 70k, I don't think, because it is a really, really good card. But anyway, yeah, count yourself lucky. You still made like 50k profit on that, so that was a very, very good snipe, my friend. So let's go on to another comment. So we have Thomas Williams. He says, I'm on the last Kareem challenge, but I don't have enough money for Oscar Robertson and Gary Payton. I only have 100k. Any tips on getting more MT? So definitely Evo up your players. Check your weekly and monthly agenda awards. So obviously, like I've just shown mine, the monthly ones, we're going to get a bonus like 20k just from playing the game modes that we would be playing anyway, and evoing up cards again, which we would be doing anyway. So be sure to stay on top of them. Obviously, the moment challenges, there's still 3 there. I think a few of them have some MT as the reward. Obviously, locker codes, you want to stay on top of those. But yeah, main thing is just play the game, evo up cards, and do your best to sell them off as quickly as possible. The sooner you get a card evoed, the more money you're going to get. Obviously, we've shown that with that Michael Cooper, selling him off for 32k, and then literally like 1 or 2 days later, he is down at 20k. So the prices of cards come down so quickly that you really do need to be so quick if you want to make big money. Like that Pink Diamond Gale Goodrich, sold for like 300 to 400k in the first couple of days it was out, and now it's probably going to be like 150 to 200k if you are lucky. So yeah, definitely don't hold on to Evo cards. If you're going to do them quickly and don't hang about at all. Next up, we've got a comment from YRN Trenton, and he says, I'm almost done with Clyde's, Isaiah, and Dwight's Evo. Just one more Evo and they're all done, so fair play to you. That is an incredible grind. You say you can really tell the difference from Amethyst Dwight to Diamond Dwight. Like, oh my god, he's so good defensively, and his speed is so insane. So I have actually heard really good things about that Dwight card when you get him to that diamond level. Like I've just shown, we're close to getting him to the second amethyst level, and of course then we'd have to take him up another level, which could be kind of long. The centres we don't really have many of this year. Like we've got Blake and Amare, which we kind of use at the centre position, but obviously they're not out and out centres, they're more for the power forward position. So I don't know, if we did have Dwight down there, would I use him? I probably would, to be fair, at the diamond level. He is a little bit undersized for my liking. I do like my centres to be really, really big and dominating. Like we've got the Sean Bradley here. I'd rather use him or George Murasan. But of course, the speed that Dwight has and the athleticism he has as well is very, very noticeable. So I don't know. I've been back and forth in my mind about whether or not to take him any further. At the moment, I'm probably thinking not to, just to see who they release next. Obviously, we've got 2 more Spotlight Series players that we're going to be adding to get that Galaxy Opal Brandon Roy. And along the way, we're getting those 2 pink diamonds, which should be pretty nice. So far, we've had the Blake, we've had the Rick Barry, and we've had Giannis. So we haven't actually had an out-and-out centre yet. So chances are one of them will be a centre, and the other one will probably be a point guard. So it's going to be exciting to see who those 2 players are. And of course, then after that, we're going to get a Galaxy Opal Brandon Roy, which is going to be absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, very, very exciting times coming up. Right, next up, we have a comment from NP Nasty. Says, JD, you should buy some token cards and get David Robinson Opal. Well, I still need about another 600 tokens if I'm going to be having enough to get 1 Galaxy Opal. But the problem with that is I'd have to go through the entirety of the Pink Diamond board and pick up 10 cards that I don't actually want to use. None of those Pink Diamonds would get anywhere near my squad. None of them even attract me that much. None of them would look that fun, I don't think, anyway. Maybe the Pink Diamond Isaiah Thomas would be a nice card, but even still, not too fussed about picking him up. So, I don't know. At the time being, we're not actually going to be going for any token cards until they update it, which should hopefully be in the next couple of weeks, maybe into next year. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long though, and then we can actually start spending them, because yeah, we're up to nearly 2,000, which is absolutely ridiculous at this point in the game. To be near having a Galaxy Opal already is just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, there's no point, in my opinion, in going for even the diamonds. Even the diamond cards I'm not too fussed on, and that's why I still need 4 more from that board as well. So when they update it, I will be spending all of my tokens, and that is going to be a very, very fun video indeed, and hopefully they put in some big names down there. So next up, let's have a look at a comment from Knife Fury, who says, I'm just about to get the Pink Diamond Giannis, and I'm going to sell the Pink Diamonds. What is the best time to sell cards to get the best value? Well, I sold off my Pink Diamond Worthy and my Pink Diamond Payton early on in the morning for me. So I sold them at, well, I put them up at 8 a.m. before I went to work. So they would have sold at about midday GMT, which would have been like super, super early for you guys in America. So 12 p.m. my time is, what is that? I don't even know, like 7 a.m. Eastern and 5 a.m. Pacific, I think. So yeah, early mornings are definitely the time to sell. Early mornings are going to be the best time. In the evenings, obviously, there's so many more people on the game. Everyone is putting up more cards in the auction house, and obviously Well, it would increase the supply as well, but it just doesn't seem to. It just seems like early mornings are the best time to sell. So definitely get it done in the morning, and you shouldn't lose too much. I mean, I lost quite a bit, but I don't really mind because obviously we got that Galaxy Opal Giannis for it. Not Galaxy Opal, wow, I'm getting ahead of myself. We got the Pink Diamond Giannis for it, and he is incredibly worth it. So yeah, get them sold, but don't worry too much if you lose a lot of MT on tax. Just think of it as the money you actually have to like pay to get the Giannis. If you think of it that way, it's not too bad at all. Next up, we've got a comment from Ian who says, looks like a LeBron, Westbrook and Kawhi are definitely coming in a future set as they have been snubbed now for 3 consecutive weeks now, despite having great games during this period. And absolutely, they have been. Neither of those 3 guys have been in the Moments of the Week for quite some time now. We don't get the vault to open, but that does not matter because we have got the 30 tokens as a reward, which is awesome. And then not only that, we can come down here and we can pick up another bonus 5,000 MT. So we've really cleaned out on that game, which is awesome. And then, yeah, we only need 20 more wins to get another 30 tokens and a deluxe heat choke pack along the way, which is pretty damn cool. So very exciting times. We're over 1,800 tokens now, which is absolutely ridiculous at this point in the game. And yeah, we've still got some more MT to come our way. So hopefully we'll be at about 450k when they sell. And we've still got 1,700 cards in the club. Like, I don't understand how my club is in such a good position this year, but we really are keeping on top of it and making it the best it can be. But yeah, just going back to that comment, I definitely think those 3 guys will be in some more promo sets coming up. Actually, as I'm recording this, there is the T-Mac Prime set, I believe it's going to be Prime set, coming out later on tonight. So when I'm putting this video out, that might already be out, but I'm not going to be able to record live on my reactions of that. I'll try and get another video recorded late tonight, which will go out on Christmas Day, and I'll go over all the players in that T-Mac set, because hopefully there's going to be some nice cards in it, and obviously T-Mac himself is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I'm really excited to see what they do with him. So next up, we got a comment from the Mr. Username. It says, when do you think they will update the token market? I have 700 tokens. I kind of want some new cards. The only one I picked up was Amethyst Michael Red. So yeah, if you're at the Amethyst board, sure, go ahead and spend a couple, but don't spend them all. And then there, definitely don't go for the Diamond board. None of these guys are worth it at this point in the game. Pink Diamond board, again, none of these cards are worth it in my opinion. And the Galaxy Opal board, obviously, these guys are worth it. Or David Robertson is definitely worth it, but you need a ridiculous amount to get to him. So hopefully, like I said, in a couple of weeks, maybe in a month or so, they actually do update the token market, but it's 2K. They could take months. They could do it tomorrow. You just don't know with them. So yeah, I don't know. But let's get into the next comment, which is going to be George, who says, could you put in a Christmas special for the boys? I could definitely do it for the boys. I will get a video recorded tonight, which will go out tomorrow. So if you are going to be watching stuff on Christmas Day, there is going to be a video for you. Next up, we've got a comment from Donovan Mitchell, probably not the real one. He says, is investing in Michael Cooper's a good idea? So let's take a look at Michael Cooper's price. At the Ruby level, it looks like he is literally about 1,000 MT. He is a really good card, not going to lie. 6'5", coming in with decent offensive stats, nothing crazy, but defensively, very nice. Not the best speed, but of course, he is an Evo card that becomes very good when he gets up to this Amethyst level, because he gets the speed boost, gets a bit of boosting to his driving as well, but yeah, speed goes up to a reasonable amount. So Michael Cooper at 1,000 MT, realistically, you're not going to lose anything, you just might not gain anything. He might not go up after like a month or so, but you're not going to lose anything because he can't really go too much lower than 1,000 MT, and at the end of the day, you can always like discard him as a Ruby card for like 600, 700, 800 MT, something like that. So yeah, definitely worth it if that is a player you want to go for. The last comment before we get into looking at the best cards that you can buy for like 2,000 MT, we got one from Hoover, and this is a really interesting comment. I'm slightly confused about my team. Is the end goal to reach the highest collector level or to get the best team? I struggle deciding what to spend my MT on. Say completing collections or getting cards that will improve my team. Any help is much appreciated. So that is a really interesting comment. So what is the point of my team? Like, what are we aiming for? So obviously everyone is aiming to have the best team, and of course that is very subjective as to what your favourite players are, what you think the best player is in the game, what the meta is at the time as well. But then of course you do have the people that go for the collector levels, and of course along the way you are going to be able to get a full team of Galaxy Opals, because you have the 3 Opals down here, you have the Scottie Pippen, which can Evo up to a Galaxy Opal, and of course up here we have the Isaiah Thomas, who can also Evo up to the Galaxy Opal levels. So if you just solely focus on collector levels, you can end up in the year with 5 Galaxy Opals in your starting lineup. But to get to 2,900 cards, you're going to have every single card in the game pretty much, and you're going to have every single expensive card in the game as well, because some of these cards do go for a ridiculous amount, and you need to have every single one of them pretty much. Even to get to this Dwayne Wade, probably, it's going to take a ridiculous amount of MT. So I wouldn't think of these collector level rewards as something to actually aim for. Definitely set yourself realistic expectations. So my end goal in this game is to get to this Scottie Pippen. Hopefully I will get enough at some point or another to get to those 2,300 cards. It depends how many cards 2K release. It depends how many sets they release, how many players are in those sets as well. So if they do something like just like that Flash promo, which literally had 4 players in, that's not going to help anyone out. And even at the moment, the highest rated player is at 2,150 cards. So some people have this Jalen Rose, but nobody has this Scottie Pippen just yet. So it is possible to get to 2,150 cards, but that is literally having like every card in the game, which would cost you so much. So what is the end game? Well, I think it's just have fun, really. Just complete the game. I enjoy collecting cards, which is why I've got nearly 1,700 there, and I have hit quite a few of these rewards. I pushed myself up to that just to get those 300 tokens because I could at the time, and it didn't cost me too much, and obviously I could sell back other cards. Other than that, obviously locking in collections can get you some good tokens, but until, like we've been saying in this video, until they actually update this, it's not worth it. So you could go the token route, and of course that isn't going to cope well with getting the collector level up because you're going to be locking in all of your MT. So it'd be like locking into these sets like down here with the moments of the week, so you get like 100 token per set here. So you could get yourself a lot of tokens, and of course you could easily get yourself up to the pink diamond board, so you can easily have a full team of pink diamonds, and you might be able to get 1 or 2 Galaxy Opals, but they are very tough to attain. 750 tokens is no joke at all. But yeah, very interesting comment, and one I'll probably have to dive into again at another point in time, because yeah, I don't really know. Like, it just depends what you want to go for and how much you play the game, how much time you put in, how much money you put in. Like, obviously, I haven't put in any money, and I've got myself to this position. If I had put money in as well, we would probably be absolutely flying and have pretty much everything completed. But obviously, I'm more than happy with not paying any money to 2K. That is not what I want to be doing. So, right, let's get into this. So, I'm going to do 2 players for each position. All of them are going to be, like I said, for around 2,000 MT. So in total, 20k MT for this squad. And in my opinion, you could definitely go 12-0 with this squad. It is a fantastic squad. I'm not going to actually build it because I'm going to keep finding them in here so we can check their prices live. So I can show you guys exactly how much they are selling for. And obviously, like I said, I'm recording this on Christmas Eve. So chances are the prices are going to go up and down quite a bit throughout the next couple of weeks or months, depending on when you are watching this video. So if their prices have jumped, then don't come at me saying that I've got this wrong, because at the time I got this right. So let's get into it. So at the point guard position, as the first player, is obviously going to be this Jamal Murray. Released literally just yesterday, 25 gold badges, including some really important ones like quick first step and range extender down here somewhere, and quick draw as well. So really solid offensive badges. 90 driving layup, we've got a 90 mid, 91 3, 90 ball control, 82 defense, and 87 speed. This card is absolutely incredible, and then you can find him on the auction house for literally 1,000 MT. He is selling from bid for about 1,000. I think buy now is probably about 1,500, so even still, absolutely dirt cheap. Chances are his price is going to rise up, so if you do want to get him now, and he does look like a fantastic card. So Jamal Murray at the starting point guard position is definitely going to be a solid player. And then we go over to the Kareem set for a Ruby point guard. It's going to be our backup point guard, and it's going to be the Evo Lucius Allen. So he comes in at this level with 24 gold badges, including Dimer and Clamp. So offensively and defensively, very nice, and Intimidator as well with quick first step. So he has got a little bit of everything, and 4 generals, so he is really stacked in terms of his badges. And as you can see, the boost he gets at this Evo level, 90 driving layup, 88 mid and 85 3. He can speed boost, and he has 88 perimeter D with 89 speed. So although he is of course a little bit undersized at 6'2", that is a fantastic card in terms of badges and stats, and you can get him for really cheap. You can literally get the Emerald for discard value pretty much. The first Evo level to get him to a Sapphire is just scored 10 points, so really easy. And then the second Evo from Sapphire to Ruby is 50 points and 10 assists. So you can easily just buy him at the Emerald level for literally under 1,000 MT. Are these even selling? They're not even selling for 1,000 MT. And then get him up to the Ruby level within a couple of games. You can literally do 1 game of triple threat offline and then 1 challenge, and you'll have him at the Ruby level. So a really cheap and a really solid point guard coming in there. Right, on to the starting shooting guard, and it is going to be back to the Moments of the Week set, and it's going to be Norman Powell coming in at 6'4" with 22 gold badges, again with gold clamps, so really nice badge to have. Quick first step as well, quick draw on him. And then in terms of his stats, really well rounded. We've got an 84 for the driving layup, 77 mid, 85 3, 90 driving dunk. He can speed boost, he's got really good defense, and again really good speed. So all of these players are so well rounded, and it really goes to show that you don't need diamond tier or pink diamond tier cards. These ruby cards are just as good. Like, they've got all the important stats that you need, and they've got the important badges as well, and they are nice and cheap. Norman Powell coming in literally for 1,000 MT, which is absolutely ridiculous. So again, definitely pick these guys up. Norman Powell and Jamal Murray will probably rise in price a bit, I imagine, just because of how good they are, and I think people just haven't really clocked on just yet. And of course, because Norman Powell came out last week, Jamal Murray came out yesterday, there is still an influx of them on the market, but obviously more and more people will lock in these sets, and more people will just keep using them in their team, and they won't actually want to sell them. So let's move on to the backup shooting guard. It is going to be a guy down here, Lonnie Walker IV, again coming in at around 2,000 MT. I think you would be able to get him for about 1,500 if you were patient and just worked on the bids. Looks like someone's trying to price fix him at 3,000 there, but there you go, there's a couple for under 2,000 already, and this card is absolutely exceptional. 11 gold badges on him, so not as many badges as the other two, but still he's got quick first step, he has got quick draw. But in terms of his stats, this guy is ridiculous. 82 driving layup, 85 driving dunk, 85 3. He can speed boost, 82 on the perimeter D, and then 94 speed and 93 acceleration. An absolute bullet on the floor, and a really fun card to play with as well. He feels really nice, got a really good jump shot. So Lonnie Walker, a fantastic card to have at the Sapphire level for the backup shooting guard position. Right, onto the starting small forward, and it is going to be someone that I cannot remember where they are. So where are you hiding? Are you down here? Yes, you are. There we go. Luke Walton coming in at this small forward position, 6'8" with 19 gold badges, including a steady shooter, which is not a good badge, but he's the first player we've got in this team that has it. We've got quick draw on him, which is of course very important. And we come over here, 79 driving lap, so not massive, but 77 mid, 85 3 is good. 82 ball handling, which is big, so after a coach boost, he will be able to speed boost. Decent-ish defense, nothing crazy, but good equally on perimeter and interior, and then decent speed and decent rebounding. So just a really well-rounded card. He doesn't really excel at anything, but he is good at everything and pretty much dependable, whatever the situation is going to be. And again, he is coming in nice and cheap. You can see there's one at 2,000 that hasn't even sold on bids, so you will be able to easily get him for under 2,000 MT. And we come down here to the Moments of the Week set number 5 for our backup small forward, which is going to be Evo Fournier coming in at 6'7" with a Hall of Fame badge, so the first person on this team with a Hall of Fame badge. And then he comes in with range extender and quick draw, which is big, and there's some other shooting badges as well. And we've got an 80 driving layup, a 90 mid, 93 3 ball. He can speed boost. We've got decent defense, nothing crazy, and then again decent speed, again nothing crazy. So you could actually put Evo Fournier as a starting small forward. In fact, I probably would put him as a starting small forward over Luke Walton and have Luke Walton off the bench. But there you go, you can see there under 2,000 MT for this card as well. So really making some big moves for such little MT so far. And we come down here for our starting power forward, and it's going to be Nemanja Bjelica. So there is the Sapphire version, which is from Domination. So we come down to card Evos, and we come all the way down here, and we try and find Nemanja Bjelica. Here he is. So you get him from playing the Kings Domination game in the first bout of Domination. You get him as an Emerald, and you play, I don't know, probably like 1 or 2 games. I can't remember his Evo stats off the top of my head, but he does go up to this Sapphire level, and he gets range extender at the Sapphire level. So if you have him, I definitely recommend using him, or if not, then you go ahead and you come down here and you pick up the Ruby card for literally 1,500 MT. Now, the only difference between this one and the Sapphire one is this one doesn't actually have range extender. It doesn't have steady shooter that the Sapphire one does, which is good, but it doesn't have the range extender. But all in all, I think this card is definitely better well-rounded. So he's 6'10", and he comes in with the 88 mid, the 92 3. Not the best defense, decent-ish rebounding, and okay speed, but you've got him in there as a stretch, and he will definitely stretch the floor with that 92 3 ball. So a very solid card. And then at the backup power forward position, we're actually going to come over to the normal set, and we're going to go to the Mavs, and we're going to find Porzingis sitting here. So still a super reliable card, even at this stage of the year. 14 bronze, 6 silver, 1 gold, so nothing crazy in terms of the badges, but 7'3" with a 79 mid, an 83 with a really nice release as well, an 85 block. Not the best interior D, but he is nice and tall, so he does make up for that. And of course, obviously not got the speed, but really, really cheap. You'll literally be able to pick him up for like discard value, I assume. Can I search for him? Yes, I can. Yeah, literally like 500-600 MT. You'll be able to pick up Porzingis, and he is a really nice card. Like I said, he's got a really nice release, and he is obviously ridiculously tall, which makes him a bit of a monster. So onto the center position, and we are going to go for big boy Shaq coming in at the center position. Obviously 3 Hall of Fame badges, released very early in the game's life cycle. A very, very good card though. I loved him when we used him in the challenges to begin with. I think it literally was like the first set. Who is this? Dwayne Wade's set. And you can get him for under 2,000 MT. I'm sure of it. If we keep going here, there will be one for under 2K. I thought there was earlier when I looked. But if not, then you will be able to get one because there's so many up for about 2,500. There you go. Literally one for 1,600. So you can get him for nice and cheap. And in terms of his stats, obviously 7'1", so an absolute monster. And then 3 Hall of Fame badges, including back down Punisher, which is massive. And then we come in with obviously all the post scoring badges. He's got the defensive badges as well. And then his stats are looking like this. So we've got the 90 post hook, 86 post moves with that Hall of Fame back down Punisher. That is a really, really good combination, of course. We come down here, 86 interior D. We've got the 84 block. We've got really good rebounding. And of course, we've not got the best speed, but it is Shaq. So what do you expect? For the other backup center, I'm actually going to recommend going for a reward player. Now, this obviously depends on how far you are on the board, but the first one you can get literally with 3 tokens is Emerald Sean Bradley, coming in at 7'6". I played 139 games with him, so that definitely shows something. He does have gold Intimidator and Box Rim Protector, really nice badges there, and he does actually have a mid-range of a 68, which is hittable, close shot of an 88, so he can knock down a jump shot, 89 block, 80 interior D, and then 80 rebounding, which is obviously fantastic. And then if you have a few more tokens, you can come down to the Sapphire level, and you can pick up Big Boy George, who was an absolute glitch at the start of the game, and he still is. I've played quite a lot with him. He comes in again with some really nice badges, again with Intimidator, back down Punisher, 7'7", and then you come down to his stats, 87 block, 81 interior D, and 83 rebounding. That is pretty much all you need in your centers. If you've got height, you are going to be winning. So that is going to be it for today's video, and the LeBron diamond shoes sold for 15k. I will definitely take that. That is fantastic. If you have any diamond shoes or diamond consumables, get them sold today before tomorrow, because their price is going to crash hard, and I'm definitely going to stock up on some diamond contracts. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Like I said, I'll try and get a video out on Christmas Day, but if I don't, then I hope everyone has a very, very happy Christmas, and I hope you don't get VC, because 2K does not deserve money. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.